In a sealed courtroom document that recently leaked like wildfire, Stevie J, the man at the center of drama, revealed Lil Scrappy's whole life story, particularly when your own family signs your downfall in pen. According to the leak, someone from Scrappy's own family allegedly attempted to undermine his legal defense from the shadows. Who dropped the bomb? Not TMZ or the blog Stevie J himself publicly posted. Bloodline and Baby, what's inside this file is more deadly than any diss track ever written. Little Scrappy's mother, Bambi, accused Stevie of holding the smoking gun. This isn't reality TV. It's war audio tapes, secret texts, betrayals you wouldn't expect. The question is why, now? Why Stevie, and who was he protecting? Forget drama, this is destruction, and by the end of this video, you'll be doubting everything you believed you knew about Scrappy Bambi in the messy past. The judge couldn't even contain it. When Stevie J is involved, nothing stays buried. Forever. What he just revealed is not just messy, it's explosive. We're talking about the kind of revelation that can burn a whole family tree to ash. Empire tried to hide, so grab your popcorn and press play on the most dangerous expose of the year. It was supposed to stay sealed, just another private court document buried in the system, forgotten like yesterday's scandal. Let's be clear, this isn't about old beef or Instagram slams. Rather, it's about federal-level dirt-sealed affidavit secret. Recordings and a betrayal so cold it might just make Mama D go silent for the first time in her life. However, Stevie J just shattered the entire illusion with a courtroom leak that is so devastating that insiders are calling it the final nail. Emergency motion during a civil trial that is still pending. But instead of concentrating on the lawsuit, he went awry in what is being called a purposeful expose. He submitted a sworn statement and flash drive that detailed years of alleged financial deception, emotional abuse, and manipulation committed by Lil Scrappy's own blood. Who's on that list? Oh, it's a Stevie claims to have the receipts text. Messages, audio files, and even surveillance footage that demonstrate how Scrappy was used as a pawn in his own life while he was out grinding making club appearances. The reunion involves dysfunctional mother D Bambi, and at least 2 unnamed relatives who have allegedly been playing a game on Scrappy behind closed doors for years. Stevie claims that he warned Scrappy years ago that I told him to watch his back, but he believed that I was being messy. Now look at the flash drive. They were allegedly chasing his music bag, siphoning money, running side businesses, and using his name to build their own shady empire. Allegedly features video from an Atlanta family meal in which Bambi is heard stating, "Don't worry, he never checks the accounts." In the court record, Stevie J gives them their entire official names. No aliases, no mercy, according to a source close to the court. A second tape, purportedly taken from a security camera outside Mad's residence, shows 2 individuals dropping down what appear to be bundles of cash inside a duffel bag. Stevie J went out of his way to help Scrappy cover up a scandal involving a failed business venture connected to a wellness brand that never launched. According to Stevie, he put his own name on the paperwork to protect Scrappy from legal heat. But when that drama erupted, it was more than just exposing the family. It was as if he declared war and arrived with ammunition. Returned. Guess who? Dumped him? That's right, Scrappy and his entire circle felt deceived. This leak isn't justice, it's retaliation. However, this is where things get complicated because, according to court documents, Stevie J revealed not only the family's shady financial situation, but also a whole fictitious therapy plotline that was purportedly planned for Love and hippie, hot producers. Yes, Stevie says that the entire season where Scrappy and Bambi were doing couples counseling was staged to conceal the fact that the true tension was about money laundering and betrayal, not love. In one scene that was never shown, Stevie says Scrappy left the set after learning that Mama D had taken out a loan in his name and defaulted on it. He claims that producers pleaded with him to keep quiet and even offered him a bonus check to keep quiet. When a burner Instagram account posted a blurred-out screenshot of a court document labeled Exhibit D late last night, it purportedly contained a quote from Mama D that read, "He was too weak to run his own life, we had to do what we had to do." The screenshot went viral in minutes, and one fan tweeted, "So Mama D was the mastermind behind the scam, this is not the plot twist I needed. He didn't take the check, but now he's spilling everything." You would think the drama would end there, but no Batu saw an AM. Stevie J just became the most dangerous man on reality TV, respect, and the consequences are coming soon, another person remarked. Several bloggers have already reported that VH1 Legal is frantically determining whether Stevie's claims are true. If they are, the network may face a class action lawsuit for negligence and defamation, and they may also have to rerun entire seasons that are now being accused of being knowingly fraudulent. And we haven't even discussed the part about child support fraud, identity theft, and an anonymous lawsuit. According to insiders, Stevie's legal team has interviewed the whistleblower, who claims to have worked as a financial assistant for Scrappy's family and claims they were ordered to forge his signature on a number of documents. They intend to present additional evidence, including a voice memo in which Mama D is allegedly heard saying, "If he finds out, it's over for all of us." Like, what sort of gangster film is this? Even more startling is the possibility that Scrappy is completely ignorant of what is happening. According to one of the court's internal papers, the defendant appears unaware of the fraudulent activities conducted in his name. Therefore, it's possible that Stevie J is protecting Scrappy by hiding things from people closest to him, rather than just exposing the family. You can be sure that rumors are circulating in Atlanta that a second, even more heinous leak, a hidden bank, is on the horizon. Account international wire transfers, or even a hidden property in Scrappy's name that he has never seen, lived in, or even known existed. If that's the case, someone in that family is transferring large sums of money and using Scrappy as a human credit card. But this is just the start. Since Bambi went completely silent after the leak, there were no tweets, stories, or statements. And Mama D has been posting ambiguous Bible quotes and sayings about loyalty over everything that sound more like warnings than wise sayings. Just when it seemed like things couldn't get any messier, court insiders claim that Stevie J hinted that another name was going to be revealed, a name that no one saw coming. The courtroom was under lockdown for days. Judges issued gag orders, lawyers scrambled, and the blogs went crazy. Then he handed over Exhibit F, a sealed envelope with the initials KF scribbled on the front in red marker. If you're worried about Bambi and Mad, wait until the next name drops because this one changes everything. Kendra Foster, an off-camera cousin of Lil Scrappy, who was previously only known for her quiet church girl persona and a menial assistant position on a reality set, was the true mastermind behind the paper trail, according to Stevie J's leak. Others believed it might be a love and hip-hop producer involved in covering up the mess. But then the leak came and nobody expected it to be her. Let's go back to court. According to documents, Kendra was running a family-run shell corporation called Royal Legacy Consulting while Scrappy was on tour. Scrappy had never heard of the company, but it had made over $320,000 in the previous 2 years, and the money was transferred through phony invoices and speaking engagements where Scrappy was the main act. You know who the listed CFO is? That's how deep this runs, Mama D. The company's main bank account was linked to an address that was assigned to Stevie J's former studio. They were leveraging his connections to move money via Stevie's old property without his consent, and the betrayal was layered like a, this is where things go completely wrong. In a deposition, Stevie J disclosed that he had been keeping this information for years, but decided to come clean because he had had enough of seeing people's lives destroyed by fake love. In one of the recordings purportedly provided to the court, Kendra is heard stating that he is too preoccupied to realize that all he cares about is his image, so let him rap, let him tour, and we'll take care of the back end. It turns out that the back end was a full-fledged embezzlement ring, and the people Lil Scrappy trusted the most were behind it. Meanwhile, fans are going crazy, and Reddit threads are tearing down timelines, and talk detectives are connecting blurry screenshots and old Instagram accounts to court statements, and even YouTube gossip channels are releasing 5-part exposés that attempt to put together the extent of this familial betrayal. The worst thing is that, according to Stevie's team, the shell company filed 2 tax forms using Scrappy's social security number, which is not just dubious but also involves identity theft. Since it's a federal offense, the IRS is now investigating. The FBI's Financial Crimes Unit has allegedly asked for transcripts of the case, and Scrappy is completely caught off guard. According to a close source, he discovered the full extent of the betrayal while watching a gossip live stream on his burner phone. Check Exhibit F, bro, they got your fam on wiretap. The source said that Scrappy silently stared at the screen before tossing the phone across the room and leaving the studio without uttering a single word. No tweets, interviews, or statements, and that silence is now the only thing remaining. Mad's enigmatic Instagram posts have been a public activity from his network. In one image, she said, Judas ate too, remember that. Another, she added, I raised a king, not a puppet. Only the strong survive betrayal. However, if Stevie's receipts are accurate, it appears that Scrappy has been duped like a marionette by those he believed to be on his side. Let's not forget about Bambi. Even though Stevie didn't specifically mention her in Exhibit F, insiders claim she's feeling the heat from that expensive trip. This is what fans really want to know. He says that Exhibit G, which will be presented at the next hearing, contains text messages between Kendra and a high-ranking VH1 executive, allegedly discussing how to spin the story of Scrappy's meltdown into a positive story. She took that trip last summer, yes, the one she shared on Instagram with designer bags, private chefs, and luxury yachts. One of the invoices submitted to the court links the entire trip to a Royal Legacy Consulting wellness retreat business. Expense, meaning it was allegedly paid for using Scrappy's money without his knowledge. This rabbit hole goes deeper than anyone anticipated. In the meantime, Stevie J has emerged not only as the whistleblower, but also as the unlikely anti-hero in this twisted saga, which fans are referring to as the reality reaper appearing in fandom. The show's redemption arc for the upcoming season is as follows. They were planning to milk his trauma for views while robbing him blind, and who leaked that memo to Stevie, an anonymous production assistant known only as Jay, who claims he was sick of seeing real lives destroyed for phony drama. At a surprise clubhouse room earlier this week, he reportedly declared, I ain't the villain, I'm the one who finally pulled the mask off. Let the people see what their so-called reality star is really about. Edits like, he's the villain turned hero nobody saw coming, and honestly, he seems to be loving it. And the fallout has already started. According to reports, VH1 is postponing all ongoing filming with Scrappy's Circle, Bambi's brand deals are being reassessed, and producers of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta are rushing to produce a crisis special before the entire franchise collapses. This could be because court insiders claim the judge is thinking of opening. If Stevie's next round of evidence comes to light as he promised, we may see indictments, arrests, and possibly even jail time, all from a single courtroom leak. And what about Scrappy, the man at the center of it all who hasn't been seen in public in days? A larger fraud investigation that could implicate multiple cast members, not just Scrappy's family. The latest rumor is that he may completely change the course and file charges against his own family. The next hearing is set for next Thursday, and sources say Stevie's legal team intends to drop Exhibit GH&I and one of those. He has reportedly holed up in a private location in Buckhead, meeting with lawyers and rewatching old footage from previous seasons in an attempt to determine what was real and what was fake. Claims to contain a voice memo from a key VH1 executive, acknowledging that they were aware of the fraud but didn't want to ruin the season. If that's the case, this isn't just a scandal anymore. It's a franchise-ending bomb. And just when you thought things couldn't get any worse, Stevie J doubled down. According to recent court-related leaks, Stevie J's team allegedly turned over a multi-hour audio tape detailing his plans to go nuclear. He claims that recordings from both legal authorities and tabloid outlets show Lil Scrappy's family conspiring to ruin his finances and distance him from Bambi. And guess what? According to sources, one of the voices on the tape sounds eerily like Mama D herself. Whether or not that is true is up for debate, but the internet doesn't wait for proof. Before our dawn, Twitter was already dragging Mama D through the mud with hashtags like Noi Mama Mess and Scrappy Setup. Were popular as fan theories erupted, with one anonymous post claiming that Scrappy was put up to fail so his family could keep control of his income. Lee Scrappy was never the problem. His whole circle is a toxic mess. Bambi, who had been largely silent throughout this, posted a mysterious black screen to her Instagram story with just 3 words, I told y'all. That left everyone wondering what exactly she meant. Did she know this was going to happen? Did she warn Scrappy behind the scenes only to be pushed out by his manipulative family ties? But what really turned this from a family feud? After that, it turned into a full-fledged firestorm. An alleged text message thread that was leaked by a close friend of Stevie J included screenshots of Scrappy complaining about being emotionally manipulated by his own family. Although we are unable to independently confirm those messages, the timestamps correspond to the exact week that Scrappy appeared on that now famous Instagram Live, where he appeared upset and said, quote, "The biggest knives for your back are sometimes given to the people closest to you." Now let's talk about the repercussions. Because this isn't just messy, it's getting legally explosive. According to sources, Stevie J's legal team is reportedly looking into defamation claims and possibly seeking a restraining order against Mama D, citing public harassment, slander, and intimidation. And here's the kicker. Immediately after that live, Scrappy erased all of his photos with Mama D. You can't tell me that's a coincidence. You can't make this stuff up, but it gets even wilder. According to a tabloid leak, Stevie J is also being courted by a major streaming platform to do a documentary series. Yes, a whole show about the toxic fallout between celebrity families and reality TV, and guess who they allegedly want to feature front and center? Lil Scrappy's family drama. Stevie J is caught up in every scandal from Bad Boy to Love, and hip-hop is now playing the legal victim card. Deal goes through. This won't just be a scandal, it'll be a business decision. Stevie J is turning drama into money by revealing Scrappy's inner circle one episode at a time. However, let's take a moment to turn the spotlight back on Lil Scrappy, because throughout it all, this man has been eerily silent. No clapback, no rebuttal, no messy posts, and some fans claim that his attempts to distance himself from Scrappy are a sign that he's maturing. Toxic cycles. Others believe he's afraid that more receipts will be dropped and that Stevie J has the vault. And then, like an earthquake, a blurry image of what looks to be a court subpoena involving Mama D, Scrappy Bambi, and Stevie J was posted on Twitter late last night by an unidentified account. The document is heavily redacted, but although no official source has confirmed the authenticity of that document, fans were quick to analyze it like a CSI episode. One line seemed to refer to a civil conspiracy to cause reputational harm, but in this age of leaked information, who can tell what is real anymore? One thing is certain though, this isn't over by a long shot. According to some insiders, Love and hip-hop producers are frantically trying to figure out why, as the off-screen scandal has grown so large that it could potentially ruin the shows. Where do we go from here? Will Stevie J really take Scrappy's family to court? Will those tapes ever be made public? Will Bambi finally give her side with receipts? Or will this whole situation be brushed under the rug like every other scandal before it? Next season, sponsors are allegedly threatening to pull out, and internal emails have surfaced, suggesting a potential recasting of core cast members, including Mama D. Yes, this isn't just a reality TV mess, it's a complete industry shakeup. The truth isn't just knocking. It kicked the door off its hinges. Stevie J just dropped a nuke on Lil Scrappy's entire bloodline, leaving a trail of exposed secrets, courtroom rumors, and a family legacy hanging by a thread. Now that the world is watching, the bleeding through isn't just for ratings, it's for retribution. Turn it over to you. Do you believe Stevie J is exposing the true bad guys, or is he merely acting as the puppet master in the largest scandal in hip-hop and love history? Is Lil Scrappy the victim here, or has he been complicit? In the chaos all along? Is Bambi finally vindicated, or is she simply keeping quiet while the family falls apart? If you made it this far, congratulations for persevering through the chaos. If you're as shocked as we are, hit the like button. If you want the real tea before it hits the blogs, hit the subscribe button. If you want to be informed before it hits the blogs, don't forget to ring that notification. Your thoughts in the comments are important because this story is far from over. And trust me, your opinion might just end up in our next expose. In a world full of cover-ups, we bring you the mayhem they don't want you to see. This was Veb, where the drama is always genuine. Even when the news isn't newsworthy, stay woke, stay nosy, and keep watching.